Hello and welcome to Dice and Adventure, where we are a group of friends who love telling stories. We tell stories using a very homebrewed 5th edition D&D gaming system, and we tell the stories in homebrew worlds. Last session we did level up, so when I pass over to the guys in a moment, they will inform you of that. We will kick things off with M.
Yo, my name's Em. She, they pronouns. I'll be playing Xanthi, and she took a level feat in mounted combatant.
Hi, I'm Sen. Tonight I'll be playing as Morticia. She also leveled up, obviously. And now she's a level 4 Blood Domain Cleric. And she also went for a feat.
Hello, I'm Montiago. I'll be playing Dimitri. We both use he, him. So Dimitri's now a level 4 paladin, and upon leveling up, he took the Pelder Arm Master feat.
Hi, I'm Gisborne. I work for William. I'm reaching level 4 Blood Hunter. He took the ASI to increase his dex and con by 1. And yeah, that's it.
So yeah, last time we was here, the guys they got out of their predicament, the abandoned mansion they were in. They met a kind of undead figure that was in the same place as Captain Nottus, and Captain Nottus has still showed quite a lot of dismay towards the group. And they left them two together in that mansion. They went back to speak to Gladys, and they spent a lot of time there, learning a few things, spending time there, having tea and cake. They also spent the night there because Dimitri found out that one of his fellow members of the Eternal Flame had recently spent time in town, and was hoping to find some clues of his whereabouts or what his next plans were to be, by going to find out where he stayed. When they did that, they didn't really find anything out of the ordinary. They took turns in the room watching over the city, where they noticed a fire starting in the mansion they were previously at. Also, Dimitri, using his paladin skills, used some divine sense and sensed some fiendish energies just on like the furthest reach of his sense. With William's help, they tried to perceive these beings but could not. Then they took a rest. Morticia took first watch. Nothing unforetold happened. Just the flames continued to burn, and a smog/smoke started to pour through the city. When William took over on the breaks, William noticed a set of red glowing eyes, and in a way to try and intimidate, showed off his fangs to intimidate the onlooker, but that didn't seem to work. While Morticia slept, she had a visit in her dream space from an entity unknown to her, but he seemed to know her, but she had no idea who this entity was, and seemed to try and test her faith. Shattered her pendant. When she woke up, the pendant was intact, but her hand was bleeding from where she was holding the pendant as it shattered. That led to the guys all waking up just in time for the city alarms to be going off, and beams of light and the central beacon beam of light shooting off as members of the Spirit Assembly, all of them, were left the city in an emergency. And that is where we begin today. So you guys have just woken up. You've heard the alarm. And then seen these beams of light shoot off. And then a few moments after, this one big central pillar shoot off. What are you guys doing?
Sandy's going to immediately start putting her armor on.
What
I
is
guess this-
happening outside?
I don't know, commotion? Is it maybe something to do with the fire? I don't know.
No, that's been going all night. They haven't been concerned about it at all.
That does not sound like good news. We probably should leave as fast as we can.
Kind of looking out this window.
Yes.
Can we see the Black Iron Bank?
From where you are? Yeah, you can. It's this part of this building does stand quite high enough so you can see quite over the whole of the city. So you do see the Black Iron Bank on the you do see that, yeah.
Is there anything going on there that we can see?
Roll me a perception check.
That's a 9.
A 9. It is dark out, but you do manage to make out like this figure. It's got like limbs and it's kind of humanoid, but the construction of it are a bit makes you question how humanoid it is. But it does like stand like human, but its layout is different. And you do see two of these things like kind of like pull in things from the bank, but you don't see any of the Spirit Assembly around. They've gone out. These beams of light have like gotten straight and shooting straight up, and just as you're looking to see where the Black Iron Bank was, there were a couple of guards posted there, and they shot up to wherever this emergency is happening.
I think Xanthi kind of has her head in her hand for a little bit, kind of. I suppose I should say. Seems like something is happening at the bank. I don't know if that concerns us.
After last time, I think it's best we don't get involved.
What's happening? Are people getting hurt, or they're just stealing
I
money?
don't quite know. I just saw some figures that did not look like they perhaps belonged. Who am I to say, though?
Do we not want to investigate just in case it's the figures that look like us?
It seems quite convenient that the Siberic are being called away.
That's-
I kind of just want to leave, though, so...
I'm with that. It would be very convenient that they might show up if there is us. Or the doppelgangers of us. Stuff in the city is too convenient.
That's 2 votes for leaving, is that?
3.
Then I will go with the majority.
Yes, we need to go to that. Can't remember the town, but let's go find that doctor you asked about the other day.
Skagrim, was it? I think they said something like that.
Possibly. He said about a week's travel by foot. Maybe we could see if Gladys knows anyone that we could rent horses or buy horses off. Well, when you guys are ready, and I guess he'll hop off the windowsill and just, normal morning stuff, stretch, so on.
Perhaps while you 3 sort out your horses, because I already have a mount sorted, I could look for this tea that Gladys wanted.
Don't forget, we need to go to the professor.
Isn't that the one outside the town that we're going to? Or have I got it mistaken?
No, the shopkeeper.
Oh, that guy. Sorry, professor, doctor, kind of same kind of... What's it? Occupations. Yeah, that would also be a very good
Yeah,
call.
you recall Professor Azantric, his shop is posted near where the Black Iron Bank is.
So I guess we can still check out the bank. We don't have to get involved, but
I guess so.
I think at this point, trouble tends to become involved with us, whether we like it or not. So keep our eyes peeled.
yeah, it does seem that way.
So we go ask about horse on the way out, yeah? I think that's the best person in this town, and we actually get a straight answer from.
Yeah, should we go?
After you.
Okay, so you're going to gather your stuff, go downstairs towards the exit. As you're there, you do see Gladys standing at the front, door wide open, and she's just staring up out into the outside, seeing all this happening as you come downstairs. And she says, "Oh, we leaving?"
Seems like the best course of action. We've got a lead, and we might as well follow it while it's still hot.
Oh, well, if you feel that's the best course of action, then that's what you should do, yes. Just remember, Gladys is always here if you need any help.
I was wondering if you could perhaps tell us the name of your contact in Skargrim, so we have somewhere to head.
Yes, I did tell you there would be someone in there you could talk to. Taron Lunan, I believe. Mr. Lunan. Yes, Mr. Lunan. He's the one in Scargrave you should be able to talk to.
Any particular location, or just ask around?
If I know him as well as I think I do, he'd be right in the midst of the hustle and bustle of the city.
Thank you. We'll keep an eye out. Anything you want us to confer or
No, just
take to him?
Tell him if he asks, the Iron Witch sent you.
Very good.
One more thing, you wouldn't know anyone in town that would have horses either for rental or sale, right?
No, I don't really. I mean, there's that Professor Azantric. He does all sorts of weird, kind of shady deals. He might be a go-to. But we don't really have like the stables and stuff like that. We have the main carriages that go in and out of town.
Yeah, I don't really want to ask the professor for anything. By our luck, he'll end up turning one of them into a horse.
He wouldn't turn anyone into a horse. Well, not that I know of, anyway.
Well, Millsborough.
That might actually be a good idea.
What?
No.
To be horses?
I mean, at least we wouldn't have to pay extra.
True, but I don't want it to be a permanent thing.
I mean, I'm sure Professor would have some sort of like reverse cure, something like that.
I'm still saying no to the whole horse being turned into a bottle.
Why would you want to be horse? What about if you could turn into, like, I don't know, like an eagle or something?
Now, that's pretty good.
Being able to fly above stuff.
You can fly.
I knew someone that could turn into an eagle back in my youth.
Interesting. Well, we'll definitely need to come back and
and she goes and gives you like these they're kind of like little face coverings. She gives you to each one, and she's like, I'm just a bit worried about the smog that's billowing out. Just wear these just in case.
Thank you.
No, it's okay, because it's and she starts like coughing a bit as she's been standing there. It's yeah, it's not the
Little harsh.
yes.
You're so nice, Gladys. Thank you.
Well, I try. Benefit of living a long time, you've had a lot of tongue to practice.
Gladys, before we go, did you by any chance remember the name of that paladin that stayed here?
I don't. The thing is, I checked my notes as well, and like I say, my notes, my book for all the people that signed, and he'd never left a name.
That's a shame. Okay. No, thank you.
But I don't know. Something about Alfred is like fishing around in my brain. So that might be something.
That's something. Thank you. I will use that. Thank you.
Well, I guess to the professor and his potion shop.
And then we get the tea, and we come back, and then we leave.
I have a really bad feeling about this. I feel like this whole mansion going on fire thing was just a ploy from the start, and this. Well, it just doesn't sit right, yeah.
You need to
Is
stay
there any way
positive.
one of you could sneak into this shop so we can keep our distance overall?
I'm not
I was-
against it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be sneaking because I'm not great at that.
I'm not sneaky.
Taps his armor. It's a bit loud.
Likewise.
I can definitely go give it a shot. Why not? I guess I'll slink off towards the potion shop then.
Okay. So you're sneaking about, trying to get through there.
Yeah, trying to be
Let's
as least inconspicuous as possible.
yeah, let's roll a stealth check.
Well, that's a natural 20 for 24.
Okay.
Oh!
And I've got it in my hand as well, but I still use the computer anyway. We're not going to
Anyway.
talk about it.
So you immediately dart off from the rest of the group and start making your way towards the sipping vial. As you do, you notice like the windows that were broken in when you was last there have been boarded up now. The doors like been in state of repair. And as you do get closer, you see these giant creatures. They're like covered in stone and metal. Where they're in like a normal human figure, where a neck and head would be, it's just this opened hole with like teeth coming out. They have like this center glowing eye, and they've got like 4 arms, and they're just like kind of like just digging through the black iron bank and just taking gold from there. And you see 2 of them working together, and they just seem to be like loading the gold into this mouth-like hole in the top of their bodies.
I'm not going to fuck with that. I'm just going to keep going my merry way.
Yeah, no, that's fine. As you go into the sipping vial, you open, and the door kind of, where the door would like ring as you entered like the first time, it's kind of like after the explosion that happened, it's kind of like a tick tick ting. And now Professor Sanchez just like, oh, my friend, how can I help? Oh, you're back. I take it you want them 6 vials.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Strange question. Do you have anything that could conjure a horse? Or a steed for a couple of days?
A conjure a horse.
Yeah, a couple of steeds for a couple of days. We're going on a trip. Also, between friends, I wouldn't go outside.
Why?
You know the whole bank debacle? It seems like there's 2 of them now, and they're destroying the bank slowly.
And Professor Zantric kind of like just wanders over, puts his head out of his door, and he's just like, well, we better keep it down then.
Yeah,
don't
but,
worry, the Sibiric Assembly will deal with it.
They've all left.
That is troubling.
Yeah, it's
But-
too convenient if you ask me.
You and your friends dealt with it last time, no? How about you know?
There was only one last time, and even then, that one was dangerous.
he kind of like undoes like some of the boarding that's been put on the window and like sticks his head out again. He's like, my friend, I don't think they're the same thing you fought last time.
Yeah, but I don't want to be blamed for this as well. We got blamed for the last one, and it took some ridiculous things to clear our name.
Oh, this is fine. So, how much are you willing to pay for this steed?
I'll have to go back because I left my pouch with them, but I think we have a small inconvenience budget that were given to us from the assembly for being wrongfully accused.
I have this, and he like goes to like the back area, goes under the desk, and starts like, you just hear like paper like and like drawers like, and he takes out this orb. This is a phantom orb. It can summon up to 5 phantom. If you're loose on the term horses, then they're things you can ride. Put it that way.
Yeah, steeds, anything that can just increase our.
I mean, they definitely will increase your movement. Whether they will be accepted everywhere you go, it's not for me. I made a very good deal for this artifact indeed. Back when I was traveling around the world. Anyway, you don't want to hear about that. That's fine. I could do you a very good price. You know, I think we get on quite well. You know, you've got that nice flowing hair. You got that good looking face. This orb.
And you're reliable.
Of course, I'm reliable.
Yeah, not a lot of people are these days.
Well, you know, I always think if you're going to sell things, don't be sleazy. You know, just be honest. But I think sometimes charming someone when they come in, you know, make them feel good. It makes them come back.
Make film at home, yeah, makes it easier.
You know. But 2,000
Familiar
gold
place.
is my price for this.
Yeah, we haven't got that. I'll be honest with you.
That is a big shame. I was hoping to give this to good friends, and I did you half price discount.
I appreciate it.
Well, perhaps if you're going to get in trouble anyway, maybe you could go steal from the bank. You know, they seem to be doing it anyway. If you're quickly in and out, you could blame them for it.
I'm not doing that. And I'm
That
not.
was a test. You're a good person. You passed the test. I will lower the price to 1,500. Final offer.
No. As I said, we haven't got that.
Okay, you push a very good bargain. But 1,250. Final offer.
You got anything else?
I mean, I could go. There is like the old stables just before the gate. They use, you know, they put some of the horses that they don't use for the carriages, you know, because the carriages carry themselves now, but the horses used to do it before the carriages carry themselves. There might be some old horses there. If you tell them I sent you, maybe they could give you good deal. I don't know the general wear of these horses, or even if they're still a thing. I try not to go outside my shop because, as you can see, crazy stuff happens.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But here's your 6 files.
Yeah, and just gonna spread it out across the pockets because just in case.
Yeah, I would like to think he goes, don't put them all in the same place. If you fall, you might crack them all this if you put them
No, I've plenty of experience in doing that.
Yes. You don't look like the most, how can I put this politely? You look like if you fall, it's going to hurt. At least what you're falling on, if not you.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, so thank you for the tip about the stables. We already covered this, aren't we?
Yes, you paid for this, yes.
Yeah. Awesome. Just making sure. It's been a very stressful past 2 days.
I can imagine.
Well, so well, good health, friend, and hopefully we'll see you again. Oh, wait. Do you have any tea for Gladys by any chance? I think that's. She said while we were out, I should pick up a package for her. I'm not 100%.
I mean, I don't have tea especially for Gladys, but I do have some tea that I have procured from Bronzecliff in Omarath. It's a very nice tea. You can, if it's for Gladys, you can have it.
Yeah, I can. I've got to go back and get the others from the tavern anyway, so I can take it to her.
Yes.
I'm happy to part of it.
Of course, it's for Gladys. She's a sweet little old lady. Just don't eat any cake she makes, because last person to eat the cake never left her house. But you know that, I'm sure that's just a story people tell.
Oh no, the cake was fine. We had last night.
Oh, then that's good. Then maybe it's
she is a great person. I wouldn't want to besmirch her reputation.
No, I think it's important that everyone gets a bit of bad reputation, just to make sure when they hear such good things afterwards, it's a nicer refresher. You know?
Even though he said free of charge, I'm going to take the 5 gold that I do have on me and just put it on the table and go, thank you for your time and effort and information.
Not to worry, of course. You know, I would say you don't have to. He's like, you don't have to pay for this, as he's scooping it off, putting it in his pouch already. You know, you shouldn't give me the gold, you know, but it's fine. You can have it. But you know what? I will not look a gift horse in the mouth.
Yeah, well, it's only fair, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, I brought up horse again, and I know you're looking for them. My bad.
You're fine. It's not like I'm a horse person, if they exist.
As you're having this conversation, you hear like the sound of metal being like bitten, and so you hear like screams coming from outside.
I think that's my cue to leave.
Oh, I definitely think so. If you do not think any worse of me, but I'm going to hide behind my counter here.
Oh yeah, just remember to lock after I've left, okay?
Yes, I will do that. Then I will hide behind my counter.
Yeah, I don't believe you. And I guess I'll unlock the doors that he locks.
Yeah.
And leave.
And as you're leaving,
I did pick up the tea just before.
Okay, that's fine. I will need another stealth check, please.
19 total.
19. Okay. You managed to get past these two monstrous things. As they're like finished loading like this carriage that's there, and they're now starting to like rip apart any passers-by they see. But you manage to sneak past that. And just as you get like out of eye shot, they kind of like, you see this figure on the carriage kind of open this box, and they get like sucked back into the box, and he shuts the box again, and this carriage just starts to go through.
Okay. Fuck. And yeah, just continue the way back to the tavern.
Yeah. You manage to get through okay. You go back to the tavern. Easy enough to do.
I guess I'll rush in quite, just making sure the doors close as well, because no fucking clue what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
All good?
So, he can't help us with horses, but they might have some at the old stables that they're no longer using for garages. Secondly, I got the teeth of Gladys, like pulling the bundle out and just putting it on the nearest table. And then I saw two really horrifying looking beings, kind of similar to the ones that came out the carriage that day, robbing the bank, and a person then opening a box and then disappearing into the box, and then that person riding off with what they just stole from the bank. So I think leaving is still a great option.
Did you see the person?
No, I just saw. It's very smoky out there. It's hard on the eyes.
I wonder if they are some sort of fiend. Because we've been dealing with that recently.
I don't know what's going on with this town, but I don't want to be here anymore.
Well, I think it's pretty fair to say that whatever is going on, the assembly is involved in some way.
Yeah, it's too convenient that they're always nowhere to be seen when stuff happens.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think we should leave as fast as we can.
Our professor friend did say to give his name when we get to the stables, because they may give us a better deal if there is any horses. Secondly, he's not sure on the condition of the horses if there is any, so we may need to feed and bring them up to riding strength before we move on. You still got that pouch that the asshole gave us for the inconvenience of being accused. Yep, okay, perfect. Ready when you are. Slight panic, just expediting everything that just happened.
Xanthi, you've seen the stables on the way in?
Yeah, you would have seen the rundown, as he says stables, you would have seen the rundown huts that were there, and you would know roughly where they are.
I think I saw them during my way in, so I can lead the way. I'll just get Aethon sorted, and she does so.
Perfect.
So those things at the bank, you're certain they're gone?
Well, I saw the guy open a box and kind of disappear, get sucked into the box. Him close it, get on the carriage and leave with whatever he just stole. So I'm kind of certain that they're gone. But I did hear screaming and there probably will be dead people around. So I recommend being careful. Because the last time they killed people, they were still alive and trying to kill us. So...
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's fine. So we don't really need to be too stealthy, but...
It might be better if we leave through the back, though, through the stables, and go that way instead of going through the front door and down the main street. So, yeah.
The stables are this way, if we should get going.
Let's go.
Okay. Kind of shaking all the shit off him and just finally following up.
Okay. As you follow each other out, and Xanthi takes a point to show where the stables are as you come through, you notice, actually, it's a great time, all of you, perception checks.
Question. Is the smog heavy enough that the sunlight doesn't fuck with my eyes?
Where you currently are, yes.
Okay. But it's not dark enough to be classed as night?
Correct.
Okay, cool. So just normal. Okay. That doesn't help me. That's a 5.
Okay.
I got a 15.
15.
12.
12.
Natural 1 for 6.
Perfect. The 15 and the 12. As you're walking following Xanthi to the stables, you do notice there's a figure within the smog that kind of is following you. And like, as you're like walking and like, you both test it, you like kind of stop a bit and like you see the figure stop. It's like kind of hard to make out. Like it's, you only see it every so often, just as like the smog kind of like goes around just right together. But yeah, you do notice there is this presence following you.
I will immediately do divine sense.
Yep.
Just in case.
Yeah, you burn your divine sense. You momentarily just take a moment to sense the surrounding areas, and you do get a very fiendish ping.
Okay. I'm gonna try, if it's still continue to walk. Trying to relay it without being too loud. Just say, heads up, there's a figure following us. I'm getting a fiend presence. So be on your guard.
Where, like, what's our surroundings like?
So
Is there a lot of people?
in this morning with this fog, the smog and that billowing out, there's a few people. They kind of, as soon as it's weird because this smog is kind of rolling still through the whole city. So there's some parts of the city that's untouched by it. But as you're walking, it's still rolling through. And like, you do see groups of people kind of like looking around. They're kind of like, you know, you hear like oh, did you hear last night the alarms? Oh, I saw all the light. Oh, that means all the guards are gone. And then there's a couple that's like, well, you know, they don't do much around here anyway. So there's, whether they're here, whether they're not here, you know. And then there's a few that's like, oh, I heard it was a brink attack, the largest one ever, and they had to go to defend the brink, us from the brink. You know, this is, and you know, as you walk, they kind of stop and they're just like, but you know, there's like bursts of people. There's like buildings, like some streets where like the civilian buildings, like not shopping areas, just like where the members of the city live. You've got like the main wall just ahead of you, but otherwise, yeah, just this. It's quite a built up area, yeah.
So being warned that there might be someone following, William's definitely like grabbed the sword and kind of empties a bit into the sheath just in case.
Okay.
So I've done that, so it's ready.
Okay.
Is there a alleyway or close by?
Yeah.
I will like tuck Xanti's clothes, and I will do a little head tilt towards the alleyway, and I will start moving in that direction.
Okay.
Xanthi would try and follow.
Yeah, perfect. You dart off to the alleyway. Do you make it known to the guys behind you, or you just hoping they're following you?
I assume
Xanthi's
I'm hoping we'll see and follow.
No. I'm just.
kind of being a bit oblivious, like
Yeah.
she didn't see what was going on, and it's kind of like, I don't think the stables are this way.
Oh, it's a shortcut. I know
Okay.
the way.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys cut through the alley. Down the alley, you do see like a couple of civilians of like the city. They're just there and like slumped in the corner, and some of them like coughing really bad. And you see like black veins start to appear on like their neck and stuff, where the smog's come through.
I guess that's why we needed the masks.
Do we? I don't know if I would have it. I don't think so. But do we have additional cloth? And if we don't, I'll just rip a little bit of my clothes.
I mean, you would have like some like spare cloth, you know, just like basics kind of supplies. If you had your supplies with you, you know, just like to start a fire, you'd have some cloth, or if you needed to make a torch, like that sort of thing. Yeah.
I feel like I will still aware of the
Yeah.
shadow following us. I will kneel down next to the person, and I will create like a little mask out of any cloth that I have
Okay,
and
yeah.
wrap it around their mouth.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You should get inside.
Yes, miss. Yes, we will. We will.
The smoke is not good. You should really go now.
Yes, miss. And they like shakily get up and start to run out into the main street where you came from.
Looking at them, would I be able to tell if it's like a disease or a poison that's like affecting them?
Yeah, make a medicine check.
Ooh, that's a pretty good roll. 19.
19. So the effects from this follow a kind of disease, but not a natural one.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, to test it out, so Dimitri knows, he's going to help them get up, and he's going to spend 5 of his like healing pool,
Okay.
which normally cures a disease. So if there's not a natural one, then he'll know.
Okay, yeah. So you've spent 5 year healing pool. That does retract like the black veins, and one of them gets they get like a pep in their step. However, you notice as you do this, you get like normally when you use your lay on hands ability, you like this divine heat just burns from your hands glow, and it just like kind of like sweats out the infection or disease from them. But this time it's almost like you draw it out, and for a moment your hand, you can see these black veins coursing up your own skin before they just disperse. That is enough evidence for you to understand that this is actually a magical disease.
Oh, interesting. Okay. But it can still be cured with their own hands?
Your lay on hands did seem to cure it, yeah. Not in like a traditional sense, but it did seem to that, like, you know, that they've got no of the symptoms anymore and they've got more energy. So, as far as you're aware, it's cured.
Cool. Yeah. I'll help them up and say, yeah. Listen to what my friend said. Get inside.
Yes, thank you. And they just carry on.
And I'll just say to the group, yeah, it's a magical disease. I don't know what or who caused it, but it's not natural.
I feel like it's something to do with the wood burning from that mansion.
Yeah, it seems to be associated too with smoke itself. Maybe there's something on the wood.
Maybe that's why all the assembly suddenly had to leave. The little deal with the whichever fucking house that was again.
So
Gave him a heads up.
Save themselves, but let all the people that were supposed to protect just die?
Become something else.
I don't like this town at all. Don't know about you guys, but I kind of get the feeling like if we find any horses, paying for them isn't going to really be on the agenda at this rate.
Is the figure still there?
Perception check.
Once it's happening, I look at Pabu because I realize he doesn't really have a mask on him. Is he
Yeah.
being affected?
Parbu is weird. Like Parbu's just like kind of just like squinting through the smog, and he, you know, like occasionally like where he's just like looks at you and he like kind of opens his mouth. He's like, He just looks, and like if anything does go, his like fur just flecks and flames just burn anything off, and he just looks at you just like.
Okay. You just tell me if you feel anything, okay? Okay, good.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Yes, the figure hasn't followed you down the alleyway, but you do still see it just like at like where the alley turns into the street. You just saw like just as you looked to see if it's following you, there was like just this figure just like flashed to the corner, so you couldn't immediately coming out of sight.
I will.
Sure, the stables are this way.
I will whisper to Zante.
Yep.
We're being followed. There's something in the fog. So just be careful.
Did you get a look at it?
Did get a little bit of a quick peek, but it moved away too fast. He's hiding
Was
a little
it one
bit.
of those strange creatures or more human?
What you do
Do I-
recall with your dirty 20, you remember seeing a flash of gold.
It look metalish, almost gold-like.
Do you think that might be the... I forget his name. Was it Captain Notus? Something like that? The one in the library?
For
He had
some
gold
reason,
armor?
yeah, but for some reason, I don't think you would be here. You know what I mean? If every member of the assembly left, I think he would have left as well. He
Unless he
might.
had something to do with this. I got a
I assume
bad feeling
if I hear
about
this
him.
conversation, I'll just say I pinged Fiend Essence, but when I used Divine Sense in the mansion, he didn't give off that same reading.
Okay,
I
I
say
suppose.
we go to the stables. Pay attention if he continues to follow us, and if necessary, you just go for it. But in the meanwhile, take these, and I will give every single one a potion.
Okay.
But I will not describe what they do.
Okay.
I'll just randomly assign them. So yeah,
What is it?
I will send you. I will send you the list with who gets what.
Yep.
If that's okay.
Perfect. Yeah, that's fine. So you each assign them a potion. You are all given this looks like it's in a potion bottle. However, it doesn't like it kind of looks like alive in there. Like there's energy, like courses around it and like pulses, and you kind of looks like there's like alive energy in here. But yeah, you all got a potion from Zen, from Morticia. I knew I was going to do it at some point.
Only a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Is it
I
red?
think
It is not red.
Okay. Was there any? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Is good. What does the potion do exactly? Do you not know? When should I use it? Up to me.
It's up to you. It should help you a little bit at least.
Very well.
I think I will stay outside while you sort your business out and keep an eye on things. Make
Sounds like a
sure
plan.
no one approaches.
So,
Do
you
either
think
you
that-
know how to tend a horse, if they do have any?
no.
Oh.
I
Okay.
I was trained, but I didn't take very well. It wasn't it wasn't meant for me.
Okay, not a problem.
It was kind of the reason why I asked if maybe we could share. But you know what? I could learn.
Yeah.
I would like to
Alright.
stay outside as well.
Okay. Perfect.
Looks like I'm teaching you how to tend to a horse, then, if there is any.
If not
So-
being affected by the smog.
For this next leg of the journey, as like there's only a little bit left till you get to the stables, because this alleyway it weren't necessarily a shortcut, but it did like cut across and save you a bit of time. But it probably, it's one of them ones where it's a longer route, but it saved you time because it's not a long path, so mentally it saves you time. You know, one of them kind of weird situations you find yourself in. But I'm going to get you all to roll me another perception check because you're back on the main street as you come out the alleyway.
10.
10,
Or
4,
3.
21.
21.
Hooray!
Finally rolling decently.
Yeah. So Xanthi, you see just like out of the corner of your eye, this figure just slowly walking just as it disappears altogether.
Away from our direction, or
It's weird. It's almost like he fell over. Like it looks like that. Like literally, it just like it seems to like start going forward, then just disappears. Like he's like hit the ground almost.
I think Xanthi is kind of positioning herself on that side of things as we're
Okay.
moving on.
But before too long, as that you do get to the stable area. The doors shut. It's very it's called a stable area, but not really much of a stable situation. Like it's more like a rundown shack. Door shut though. You don't see any horses on the outside, but you're more than welcome to have a look inside.
Before we go in, Xanthi would just take out her coin pouch and hand it over to whoever's going in.
Oh yeah, and since I have all of the money that we got, I will give it as well.
Perfect.
yeah. Well, I guess I try and look for 3 healthy horses.
I'll come with, so you're not alone.
Yeah. I wonder if the smog got inside. It doesn't look like it would have. Unless there's another way. I guess I'll try the door.
Yeah, door opens.
What do I see inside?
So as you look inside, you see like a central kind of table area where there's this body. It's like kind of slumped over it, just like one arm down, head on the arm. You also see 4 bays that are empty. There's like some straw and hay about there. Nice cobblestone effect on the floor. Some like tools on the other side, and what seems to be like a dying fire.
I guess I'll walk up to the desk and I'm gonna flick him on the forehead. Them, him, that, whatever.
That was mighty rude. Didn't
Well,
anyone
we
ever,
should.
didn't anyone ever
What?
teach you when you wake someone up, you should provide them with a beverage?
Well, considering how this day is going and what it looks like outside, I'm surprised you're not dead.
Oh, I'm not. That's a plus.
Do you want a drink? I've got water on me.
I guess it's hard times if you're offering me water, but that'll do.
I'll pass him my water skin then.
He guzzles it. As he does that, tossing it back, you do see like this chain just beneath his shirt he's wearing, and it's got like the symbol of a House Crag split on it.
Okay, well, can I have that back and fill that up when I need to?
Yeah. Here you go.
You're welcome. We're looking for possible horses if you have any. It doesn't look like it out here, at least.
I don't have any horses. I can provide you with a carriage ride.
Okay. I guess that could work. Would you explain the logistics of that to me? Since
So there's this magical contraption called a carriage. It has wheels.
I know that part.
People go inside of it. It goes
Yes.
to where your location is intended.
All right.
So
So
long as-
return here afterwards.
Yes, it makes a return trip. These are set out at certain times of the day. Also, they can only go to other towns and cities that are accepting of said mode of transport. If not, they go to the nearest stop-off area. We have like little points where they can stop off.
Okay. I can't remember the village or town we're meant to go towards. My
That's
memory's
a
terrible.
great help.
Give me a second. I'm gonna walk to the door and poke my head out. Where are we meant to be going?
I believe it was Skargrim.
Skyrim?
Sounds right to me.
I'll give it a try. Just pop back in and Skyrim, Skyrim. Any of them
Skargrim?
ring any bells? That
Skargrim?
sounds about right.
Yeah, we can do you a non-stop direct route to Skagrim. It takes about 3 days to complete this journey. We do have one stop-off area at a tavern, so you can spend a rest there. How many people would be going?
3, because one has got their own mount, so they'll be following alongside.
Plus an animal.
Plus 2 animals, technically, just one's in a pendant at the moment.
Do they have permits?
Yes, they do.
Yes.
We made sure.
Do they have a level 3A permit?
Yes.
Yes.
Painfully, we made sure.
Okay. Well, the next the carriage is supposed to be coming round in the evening time today. We can make it stop at Skargrim. That would probably run you 75 gold a person.
Or an automated service.
I mean, someone has to pay for the way it mends itself. These things don't exactly grow on trees.
But you said it was a carriage, aren't they made of wood, so therefore technically they would grow on trees.
Well, not these carriages, sir. These ones are intrigued with magic so that they go by themselves. We do not have horses that drive them.
That's a very expensive way of saying, because it's fancy, I get to charge you more.
I mean, if you would like to take it up with the Siberic Assembly, maybe they could get you free rides or something like that. Alternatively, you can walk.
No, I think that is the only alternative. Well, thank you for your time, and enjoy the water, and yeah.
We are here because the professor sent us.
Oh, right, yeah, I was meant to say that, right. The person that runs the potion shop, big orc, half elf guy.
Oh, Professor
Great friend.
Azantric.
Yeah, great friend.
Oh.
Really nice fella. My memory is really bad. You should, just looking at me, you should really try and pull me up on stuff, because I am really bad at remembering most of the stuff I get told.
To be fair, you're doing quite well. I'm just adding stuff you might forget.
Thanks for filling in, at least.
Well, I suppose that would bring the prices down to 50 gold a person.
I mean, that's a little better.
It's doable.
You said it's leaving tonight.
Yes, correct.
Is there any possibility of leaving earlier, even if it's not directly to the place? You mentioned like
You've
these
got
outposts.
to stop.
Yeah.
I suppose one thing I've learnt is money talks. So I suppose the more you pay, the more sooner we could set this up to leave, it would derail our whole service. Leaving early, but what do you propose?
I'm just going to check between the 2 bags what there actually is.
Yeah. How much have we got?
Yeah, because I just got given 2 bags by both, well, one off each of them. It's like,
Okay.
I know one's got 100 in, but I don't know what else I have.
So I think there's about 36, but I don't know if that counts the 25 from what would have been the 100. I think it does.
Okay, so 136, so 111 is what's in hand then. Okay, well, can we at least stay here until it arrives?
Of course, you're more than welcome to. Do stay here. Dimitri, roll me a perception check.
Oh, I can try. Oh, not too bad. 16.
16. As he turns to set the papers out to start getting them ready for you guys to sign, you do see down the back of him them black veins that you saw on the other person.
Oh, snap. Okay. Sorry. So William, what's the plan? Are we just going to wait? Do we want to discuss it with the others first?
You know what? Considering one of them's going to be riding one of these motor carriages, I could probably ask if they're alright with that. You get all that ready. Let me make sure that they're okay with the weight and so on. And back in a second. And just because I'm paranoid at this town already, I'm going to drag Dimitri out with me.
Okay.
Just making sure he's there. And
Yeah. We'll be back.
so, price is 150. It'll be for 3 of us. The animals don't actually cost anything by what I can gather. We've got 111. I might be able to be talking a little bit. They didn't have any horses. It's a magical automated carriage service. So what do you guys want to do?
We also have a slight problem as well. He seems to be infected with the fog. I noticed the same veins that we noticed earlier. He didn't show any other signs. I might be able to cure him if I can get to him, but might be a little bit suspicious me randomly grabbing someone.
Or you might be thankful and reduce our price.
Oh no, if you think about it, my friend, it's very easy. You go and sign the papers, and you go get the pen out of his hand. There's your touch you need.
You say it's simple, but I feel like somehow I'm going to mess this up. But
Don't worry, I'll be around just in case anybody tries to stab you in the face.
Why would you try and do it secretly, though?
well, I don't.
I'm pretty sure he had a pin from Lord Fucknuts that house is on fire. So, secondly, I kind of don't trust him either.
Yeah, he had Lord Quite Split. Symbol. I don't know, amulet.
It's on like a little chain. Goes, yeah. So there's a lot of compelling evidence right now. No stitched face, so at least that part isn't on the table yet.
And when would we leave?
Tonight.
I like this less and less.
I know, right?
It's also it's getting very convenient, isn't it? Like you saw someone following this black smoke coming from the mansion that was clearly on fire. People getting sick and infected. Gladys giving us masks, and even she being concerned.
Yes, like she knew that the fog was going to affect us.
I told you she knows a lot of things.
The person stealing from the bank. As this fog came in, I feel like we could just start walking.
Do we know if there's any little towns around the area? Like, say, half a day,
I
1
think
day
we would
away?
have to rough it at least a night or 2 by what Gladys was saying.
I think it might be a good idea to leave now.
Okay.
Did you want me to try and help him, or?
I think he's already fucking done for. Okay, I'm gonna take my water skin out and just give it to, what's it, Morticia? He drank from that, just in case there's any weird shit going on. Feel free to examine it, because I don't think I want to touch it.
I work with blood, not saliva, but I can try.
It's
It's
don't really
different
need
body fluids.
I don't really need a drink, so it's not really a loss in my book, but just in case.
Can I analyze your saliva?
Yeah, make me a medicine check.
Somehow I rolled a natural 20 for a total of 25.
Oh, amazing. So as you're looking for this, you notice as you start to look deep into it, there's like kind of tiny little black dots in the saliva, and they kind of like start to move and multiply and like start to stretch to go around the whole of the saliva. You also notice with the natural 20, the mouthpiece is slowly starting to be burnt away, like it's a kind of acid or something.
Oh.
Vial now. Give me.
Jeez, I've only got full ones. I gave you some.
It's in my backpack. Get them.
Fucking damn it. I'll go around and just ruffle through the backpack gently so I don't break anything.
Be fast.
I'm trying.
You two are doing that, can I get Xanthi and Dimitri to roll me a perception check, please?
Oh god, that one's full. Why have you got so many full vials?
Nat 20 for 25.
Nat 20.
18.
18 as well. So Xanthi, you instinctively just turn around just in time as this golden armored figure just comes down swinging this sword towards you, and you just turn around just in time to parry the sword away. Dimitri, you notice straight away that this seems to be, at least the armor anyway, is Captain Notus.
Oh.
And you get this strong fiend vibe from right in front of him. And that's where we are going to roll initiative.
Can I ask as well, with what I roll, do I see any black veins on him?
On Captain Notus?
Yeah.
You know what? You rolled high enough. You would only see the only parts of his flesh that's visible is like where the helmet he wears.
Yeah.
Connects, and you would see just like black lines, not black veins, but just like black lines.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Let's go. William, what did you get?
21 total.
21. Xanthi?
That's 4.
Okay. Dimitri?
2.
Oh, buddy.
I
To be
mean,
fair, you're busy trying to look for the veins.
yeah,
so
I was looking. That's why. Yeah.
Morticia?
22.
Oh. And then our dear friend. He rolled not impressively, but he rolled an 18. So with this, so immediately as you two are looking for a vial as you're seeing like this saliva burn through the acid, you see this blade come through the smog. Instinctively, Xanthi just turns around, parries it off with her axe, pushes the target back. You see the gold and purple armor of the Siberic Assembly captain Captain Notus as he just like drags the sword onto the ground. Morticia, what are you doing?
Main action, I'm gonna cast Holy Word.
Okay.
So let's see if that hits. That's a natural one, so it doesn't.
Okay, unfortunate.
And bonus action, I'm gonna activate my spiritual weapon since first one was
Yep.
cantrip.
Perfect. What form does your spiritual weapon take?
A cross.
Nice.
I don't know why, but a cross.
But like a really cool, like gothic kind of cross, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the,
heavy metal,
the
yeah.
big.
Yeah. Perfect. William, you're up there. So you're frantically rummaging through the bag, and you just hear like blade on blade contact of this parry. That is enough for you to look around, and you see Captain Nautus there.
God damn, I know you fucking hate this. Reaching for one of his side pouches, he's going to open it, ruffle through it, trying to find which file he's looking for, and pull out the shielded file.
Okay.
So bonus action, he will drink that.
Yep.
Put it back in its place, and then
Hey, look, you have an empty
pull the
vial now.
sword out. Ah, thanks. It's technically contaminated, so we couldn't use it, but anyway. Pull out the sword, and I'm going to ask, since I got this ready earlier, would I be able to ignite it as a free action since I did it earlier, or would
I
you
will
want to
allow it because
leave
you
it?
did all the damage and stuff for it earlier, so I will allow
Earlier,
it.
yeah.
That's fine.
So, yeah, as I pull the sword out of the sheath, instantly inflame, and I guess I'll go for the arm, trying to more
Yep.
disarm than actually severely hurt. That's 11 plus 1. So 14.
14 does miss. He just gets this shield up just out the way, backs that off.
Fucking rude, you asshole. Jesus Christ. And yeah, no, I'm not going to move.
Okay. So that brings us to Captain Notus. Captain Notus immediately sees you two just tried to swing at him. He sees the Xanthi took the avoided his attack and parried it off, and he sees Dimitri. He is going to take his 3 attacks. He's going to, you know what? He's going to try and slash all 3 of you. He's going to slash against Morticia, William, and Notus. Is like, William, Morticia, and Xanthi. As he like gets like in between all 3 of you, and this sword just goes wide for a swing. First one is so that will be a 24 to hit, and that's on Morticia. Okay, so that will be 11 points of slashing and 7 points of psychic. The second strike will come in for William. That will be a 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
And then the last strike will come in at Xanthi. That will be a 27 to hit, as like he hits off William, and William manages to deflect it. He swings it back, and you're not expecting. He just turns around for a stab. So that will be 11 points of slashing and 5 points of psychic.
I didn't mean to help him. I apologize.
Then that's his 3 attacks. Then he will bonus action stab into the ground, and I need you all to make strength saving throws.
It's like none of read which toxin it is, because I know one gives me disadvantage on strength stuff.
17.
17.
How would
Okay,
this
cool.
work being mounted? Presume just still making it, just checking for Aethon too?
Yeah, Aethon would have to make one too, yeah.
18 total.
18, perfect.
19.
19.
17 for Xanthi. and 19 for Aethon.
Okay. All of you manage to avoid, like, as like he stabs into the ground and these like psychic tendrils start to like wrap up your legs. Immediately as you just turn, it just like disperses. That brings us to Xanthi.
So Xanthi is going to use her fury. Okay.
Yep.
And she's going. So again, you'll see the kind of lightning arching from her Labris.
Yeah.
And so 3. Okay, could be interesting. So that is okay. 25 to hit.
25 to hit. 25 will hit. Yep.
And that seems to be the effect of her attack. So yeah, that'll be her turn.
You didn't roll damage.
Oh, nope, dead right. That'll help.
Sorry.
For 12 damage.
Nice. As you like slash, you hit he like tries to get like his shield up again to parry the blow away, but you knock that shield off, and as it does, the shield comes off and it also takes off his armored gauntlet, revealing this blackened flesh. It like turns his hand into like a claw. That will then bring us to Dimitri.
Okay. So he wanted to try and see if he can cure him, but I think he might be too far gone in his mind. So yeah, I think he's just going to attack. How far away is he from Dimitri?
I would say he's about 5 foot from you. Yeah, not that far.
Okay.
at all. Yeah, easy to get up on him.
That is fine then. So I'll swing with my halberd.
Yep.
Well, that's 12 to hit.
That misses, unfortunately. Just in shock of like this deformed, like blackened flesh claw instead of a hand revealing itself, kind of like throws you off a bit, and you just go to stab, and he just gives him enough time to shake it off.
So yeah, so I'll swing and miss, and then I'll go backwards and bonus action hit with the other end of the staff. Okay. No, wow, okay. That's an 8.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, again, miss. He just manages to move around good enough to avoid that. At the end of your turn, he is going to use a legendary action to jump up into the air. And as he does, he manages to find purchase about 10 foot above you guys, just standing on the air. That brings us to Morticia.
First things first, she will say, "Don't forget you have potions, but not you, William, not yet." And then our spiritual weapon will attack, I guess.
Yeah, the spiritual weapon can float up to hit him. Yep.
That's 5. That's a 12. It's just assuming it doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit, unfortunately.
Then she will attack with a guiding bolt.
Yep.
Which is a 15.
Oh, 15 unfortunately misses as well. You pull in the energy and you shoot it towards him, and like he just like puts up the blackened claw, and it just like seems to absorb the energy from it.
And I guess with my bonus action, I will activate my dusk flight.
Okay, yeah, nice.
And I will shoot up.
Yeah, perfect. This like sprouts these leathery bat wings from her back, and she's able to fly up to meet him. That brings us to William.
I'm gonna walk over to the wall and just be like, "Fuck's sake," and just walk up it onto the roof.
Okay.
And just
jump.
Don't
lunge.
just look at him and go, I don't know how you got yourself lost to this fucking asshole in the town or whatever's going on here, but really I'm becoming of a so-called commander, you know that, right? And I guess I'll try charm person.
Okay.
Interesting.
So it's not a massive one. It's using the intelligence modifier over the wisdom, isn't it? Because it's different, even if, So it's a 13 intelligence save.
Okay. Ooh, He is going to use Dominable to reroll that save, though. Still fails. So yeah, as you charm him, he just... You notice the charm effect doesn't latch on how it should. What it does do, though, it does give you a brief moment where he's like in a state of confusion, and like the true Captain Notus has like come through, and he's just like, why are you people in the middle of town? This plan was all going to work until you came into town.
Well, thanks for giving us an insight on what the true fucking thing was here. We just want to leave. That's all we want to do. We don't want to be here.
And then like he's like, don't be here then, and he shakes his head as charm. He's not actually affected by charm. So,
Ooh.
but I thought I'd give a little flavour.
Oh, I like it.
Well, I've got nothing for bonus actions, so I'm just gonna.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I have nothing for bonus actions. I'm just gonna sit in for like. Well.
Okay. Nortus now, after that, he's gonna look at you, William, and immediately zoom to the roof edge you're on, and he's gonna take his 3 attacks. First one is a natural 20.
No.
On my key lift dice. Nice. So that will be 11 slashing and 12 psychic.
That already doubled.
That is doubled, unfortunately, because I rolled a 1 and 2 on the slashing damage.
Oh, that's fine. I've got resistance against slashing at the moment as well, so that's why I need to make sure.
Yeah.
6 then on the slashing, or do you want 5?
Do it 5, that's fine.
Okay.
Second strike will be a 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that will be 9 slashing, 4 psychic.
Okay.
And last strike will be a 26 to hit.
Yep.
And that will be again 9 slashing, 6 psychic. You know what? And he's going to burn an action surge.
Okay.
That will be an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
16 slashing and 7 psychic. A 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
That will be 13 slashing and 2 psychic. And
I'm down.
Okay, so the last hit is a 21 to hit. Yeah, 21 to hit. So that's 2 death saves failed. And he just looks, and just like stands like above William, like rises up, just finding purchase on the air again. Sword waving down at you guys, and claw. Like there's like some energy, it like kind of starts to spark along the claw. That brings us to Xanthi.
Seeing things not go so well, Xanthi's gonna pull out the potion that Morticia gave her. Is bonus action or action to take it?
This one is a bonus action, yeah.
Kind of looks a bit hesitantly, but then takes it.
Yeah. It's weird as you like take this potion. You feel like Morticia's standing right next to you, and you feel like her presence and her calming energy overcome you as Sanctuary is cast upon yourself, giving you plus. No, I'm thinking of the wrong.
So that means couldn't attack without breaking that, right?
Yes, because it's not you. It's technically under the you haven't cast it.
Do you think Xanthi would know these effects?
No, I'm just telling you as a player. What Xanthi would feel would just be like this protective aura fall over Xanthi. So
okay, fair. Then I think she'd continue with her plan. So being on Aethon, would she still be able to reach this creature who's in the sky?
I would say at disadvantage you would be able to.
So I presume they're smaller than large as well?
They are. They're technically still medium
So
at this point.
with mounted combatant, that would even out to
Yeah.
be just a regular roll? Okay, cool. Then yes, she'll make a attack. That's a 9.
9? That misses, unfortunately. He just sees the attack coming and he just like smacks it away. And you start to see like these growl and snarl.
Be her turn.
Okay. That brings us to Dimitri.
Okay. Where is William? Because he went up.
Yeah.
Would he
On
have
the railing.
He's about he's about 10 foot away and 10 foot up.
You just had to go up.
I didn't expect for him to kick the shit out of me.
I know. No, I know. I know.
He didn't kick you, he stabbed you. There's a difference.
Different.
Shoot. I can't get up. Okay. 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 That's fine. Okay. What I'm going to do instead then is. Is it an action? Yes, it is an action. I'm going to use my Channel Divinity, Earth and Grasp. I'm just going to try and hold him there.
Okay. Hold him where he is. What save is that, sir?
It is a Wisdom saving throw.
That will be a 14.
Yeah. That's it. But he still has disadvantage on his attack.
Yeah. So you just like punch the ground and like this earthen fist kind of grabs up to latch onto him and he just managed to dodge out way. But in that dodge, it's given him, it's the effect of disadvantage. That will bring us to, if that's the rest of your turn, Dimitri, anything?
Yes, because I
Yep.
can't do anything else.
That will bring us to Morticia.
Yeah, so I will go to my good friend William.
Okay.
I mean, I don't have to go to him. I'll cast Healing Word. I will do it at 2nd level because that's the highest I can do.
Okay.
That's 8 points of healing. I will attack with my spiritual weapon.
Yep.
See if it works. That's a 13 plus 5. That's an 18 to hit.
That is its armor class, so that hits.
Nice. So that will be a total of 10. Because he has blood. Does he have blood? I assume he has blood.
Captain Nautus.
Mm-hmm. If he doesn't have blood, it's 7.
At this point, he doesn't have blood.
Oh boy.
Okay, 7. Not 10,
Yep.
7. And with my action, because Healing Word was a bonus action,
Yep.
I will cast Holy Word once more and try to see if it works. That's a 17 plus 5, so
Yep,
that
that
hits.
hits.
Yep. And that is 4 points of Radiant.
Okay. Ouch. As that like sears him, that brings us to William's turn.
Feeling like absolute shit. I'm half moving to stand the fuck up. I'm guessing I can pop my sword away as a free action.
Yeah. You can draw and sheath a weapon. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to sheath the sword, kind of take off the mask and go, well, we're definitely not fucking done. And eyes are going to go black. The blood that's around me is going to kind of seal the wounds. And instead of attacking with the sword, I'm going to go to bite him.
Okay.
Because at this point, he's like, I don't give a fuck about the consequences. 15 isn't going to hit.
It's not, unfortunately. The armor's just too thick as you tried to, like, bite towards him.
Yeah, no, he's my target and blood rage.
Yep.
Yeah,
Perfect.
focus on fucking him constantly.
That brings us to Nautus, and you're right. Yeah. So what I need first, actually, Morticia, can you just roll me a d20, please?
I really don't like when you do this. That's a 17.
Okay, good to know. Notice. Yeah, I think logically he's got this crazy thing that's just tried to bite him. He's got to take care of that. So he's going to take an initial stab because he doesn't know the condition
Yeah, that I'm in.
that
Yeah,
you've just
yeah.
done. So he would try to stab you, knowing that you're pretty weak at this point, to get off him. That would be a 17 to hit.
That just hits. I could use a charge of the shield. Fuck it. The shield's going to light up, and I will use part of my vitality to bolster my AC, I guess.
Okay.
That's horrible. Do I have a 10? No. 1 second. That's 12. There's a 10.
Did he move to attack him? Like
Because William like jumped towards him.
Yeah.
So William's like, right, he just like stabbing him to get him out of the way, sort of thing.
That is only a 1, so still 17 hits.
Yep.
But AC is 17 now at the moment.
Yeah. So that will be 15 points of slashing and 3 points of psychic.
So that would technically put me down, but it obviously doesn't
Yeah,
at the
because of
moment.
blood rage. So he takes out the blade, sees you're still enraged and wrapped around with him. He is then going to look around and just growl loudly, point his claw up to the sky, and kind of like rip through the sky. And he is just going to hit all three of you as like this psychic blade like comes flying at all three of you. I need you all to make a dex saving throw.
Oh no.
That's a 13.
13?
9.
9?
8.
8. So you all fail, so you're all going to take 7 points of psychic damage as these blades just stab through you. That does, however, use 2 of his attack actions to do so, so that is his attacks over. However, initiative counts 17, because Morticia rolled a 17. You hear this walking stick on cobblestone. Tick, 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 tick. And the fog kind of disperses as this beam of light stretches from this frail old lady. And she's going to be like, now is not the time for things like you to exist in a place like this. And she's going to cast banishment. Which fails. So immediately this light kind of, it almost like eats away at him until he's completely gone. And she just looks at you guys. He won't last long, so any preparations you need to do, I would do it now. I can only hold this for a few moments.
Oh boy.
And while there's no threat, that's where we're going to take a break. Welcome back. We was just mid-combat as this elderly lady, Gladys, came through the smog, sent this white light to chase away Captain Notus for the time being, giving the party a moment to prep themselves, and we jump back in with that prep. So guys, what are you doing to prep yourselves in this moment?
Are you doing okay there, William?
Let's not talk about it, okay? I'm just going to put the mask back on, coming back to kind of senses.
Do you want this mint? It might help.
It's been more than 3 days. It's going to be worse,
Has it?
I think. I don't know. I've kind of lost track of time. Dying does that.
You're technically on the third day.
Third day.
Yeah, so you're good.
Save it for after.
I also have mine if you want it.
Same point. Save it for after. And yeah, I'm going to draw the sword, draining what little blood technically is to reignite it again.
Okay.
Even though technically it doesn't do damage, blah, 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 all that, yeah. And I'm just going to stand there, flaming long sword in hand, and just wait for him to return.
So, Morticia, what's your plan? You've got essentially you've got a free round to do something.
I guess I'll just heal myself a little, because, yeah.
That's a good question. Could I hold an attack for when he comes back? Since I didn't actually use
I'm
action?
gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't have anything else to do with the action, I'm gonna say you.
Yeah.
Put your. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm gonna say Gladys is gonna generally give you the. He's
3,
gonna
2, 1
appear
countdown.
back
Yeah.
here, sort of thing. So you can all prep yourself around that area if you
Perfect.
just hold an attack. Yeah.
Awesome.
So you're healing yourself. Dimitri?
So do we get a round, like a full turn kind of?
Yeah,
situation?
basically, if there's anything you want to prep, you get
Okay.
action, bonus action, that sort of thing.
Yeah. So my bonus action, I wanted to drink the potion.
Okay.
I got given by Morticia.
As you drink that, you get again. You feel like this energy, it kind of feels alive as it goes down your throat, and you feel like Morticia's presence with you as you drink this potion. You have blessed cast on yourself.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you feel like this guidance is like linked around your halberd. Yeah.
Oh, great. And then I'm going to position myself if I can get within 10 feet of when he's going to appear. Then I'll use my held action to swing.
Perfect. Xanthi?
Second wind,
Yep.
and then holding an attack.
Okay.
That we have.
Okay. Are you going to be holding an attack with your spiritual weapon?
Yes.
Spiritual weapon?
I think William will say one thing. He'll be like, no matter what, I need to be the one to kill him so I have enough time to counteract this whole thing that's going on. Try not to finish him if you can. Otherwise, this might go really bad.
That would be hilarious.
Exactly.
I don't know if I can do that, but I'll try my best.
As I said, just try your best. Either way, I'll work something out.
I'm assuming this is something to do with your curse. We'll fix it if it happens.
I don't think there's much fixing death, but good luck.
Can you hold a non-lethal attack?
You can, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Same.
Okay.
Still swinging.
Dimitri's just like, fuck it. Let the fate decide.
Let fate decide.
Okay. Gladys's hand starts to shake. She's like, I can feel him returning. Prepare yourselves. And immediately this light just like, this blackened claw just like bursts through and smashes this light as he just like appears back. You all get your attacks to go off. I'll get you all to roll and then I'll just come round to you.
You don't need to bother, I'm not going to hit.
Fair.
Are they still in the air?
Oh no, he would have appeared like in a place where you would have
All got
So would you
been
have
able to.
advantage for this one now?
Yeah.
21?
21. Okay, perfect. Yes, so roll some damage there, Xanthi.
For 12 damage.
12.
And
Perfect.
can we make this a Strike of the Hill Giants?
Yep.
So that's a strength save, DC 14.
That is a 23.
Succeeds, but takes an extra
Sorry.
1 damage.
27.
Very nice.
Okay. Let's come to Dimitri.
Yeah, I rolled a natural 20.
I
Nice.
don't think we've done any damage to him yet, so I don't think you're really in threat.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm
Besides
happy
what
still have
Xanthi just did. Yeah.
a lot of HP, so I should be fine.
Yeah. He's a captain after all. He
Yeah,
wouldn't
exactly.
He wouldn't be a bitch.
He wouldn't die this one swing.
Unless the disease made him weak.
No, I made him stronger. I
Definitely.
could also roll low.
The fucking copium. The copium.
I didn't roll low.
Oh.
That's 21 points of damage.
Nice. Yeah, okay. Morticia.
I rolled a 24 to hit
Oh, that will definitely hit.
and 9 points of force damage.
Amazing. William.
I rolled a 2 for a total of 5. I ain't gonna hit
Fair.
unless it's flanking and I get advantage. That's the only thing I can think of, but I doubt it.
You know what? I will retroactively give you advantage just because a 2 for preparing is a bit crap.
That's a 13. It isn't still.
We'll just leave William in the corner, you know. Find
I'm
another
gonna walk
traveller.
off.
Yeah, just find another traveller on your journeys.
I mean, he's dying. Give him a break.
So, yes, you all like stab in, and like as you do, like bits of armor like break off, and you see more of this like blackened flesh. These bulges of like veins that go up his body, and he's just now like he's more like bestial. That brings us back to initiative order with Morticia.
Hi. Yes. So let's attack him first with the spiritual
Mhm.
weapon again. Yep. That's not gonna hit. That's an 8 total. We're back. And then I will attempt to use a guiding bolt, which is a 15. So I assume that doesn't hit either.
As you're breaking off his armor, that would actually hit now.
Oh, nice. So 15 points of damage, radiant, and advantage on the next attack.
Amazing. He screams in pain as this radiant hits, and he just looks at you, bloodlust in his eyes. Brings us to William.
Well, I guess I'm going to try and stab him.
You do have advantage.
Oh, that's 5 for the first one. 14 for 17 on the second.
That does hit because, like I said, where you've like wearing away his armor now. So,
Cover the armor.
yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
That's 7 slashing. 7 plus 5, 12 slashing, and 2 fire.
Perfect. Nice. Ouch. Fire didn't seem to do much to him though. You do know
That's the only element I've got at the moment.
that. That brings us to the captain. Yeah, in a blink of an eye, he appears in front of you, Morticia. That would get William. Yeah, William would be the one that he would trigger an opportunity attack just because how he maneuvers himself.
Yes. That's an 18.
That hits.
Well, it's 6 slashing and 2 fire. Okay.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, as Captain Nautus looks at you, Morticia, he's going to whisper something in your ear.
Ooh.
I will message you what he whispers.
Okay.
And then he's going to continue with stabbing with his sword. So that will be a 12 to hit, which I believe misses.
Misses.
A 15 to hit, which I believe misses.
Misses.
And a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
Eight. 13. So 13 slashing and 6 psychic. That would then bring us, if he doesn't, you know what? He will use his bonus action to second wind. He's got some fighter levels in there.
We can see.
Yeah, so he's going to recover that. That brings us to Gladys, and Gladys is just going to slam her staff on the ground and be like, in my day, we would have never have fought like this in a street. That being said, Iron Witch! And as she slams her staff on the ground, energy leaks from the ground and opens this like spotlight almost on her, and this armor just flies in and like encases her. Her height increases, and now she's like got this non-metallic grey armor covering her. And then that's her bonus action. She will then use her action to use Iron Defender, which then gives all of you for 10 temp HP.
Oh.
As you see like bits of her armor fly off, and it kind of like hovers around you like as a little floating shield. That will bring us to Xanthi.
So picking up a Labrys and taking a slash down for 24.
Yep, that will hit.
For 5 slashing damage, and let's make this a stone strike again.
Yep.
So DC 14 strength.
That will be a 21. I can't add 9 and 12 together.
So for another 6 damage.
Perfect.
And that'll be her turn.
Amazing. That brings us to Dimitri.
Yes. What does he want to do? Yeah. Can I tell how hurt he looks?
If you want to spend a bonus action to do a medicine check.
Yes, I shall.
Yep.
Then I'll help me decide what to do. Too bad. 15.
He's not bloody yet. He's taken quite a bit of damage, but he has healed himself.
Yeah.
Quite a bit as well. Well, I say quite a bit, but he's healed up some. So, definitely not max, definitely not half, but on that verge.
Yeah. Then in that case, I will use. I'm gonna cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
At him.
Yeah, let's go.
And I got this. Oh no, that's a natural one.
Oh no! No!
From a 22 1, that I mean,
I don't know. I think you guys just like are cursed with combat. Like since the first session.
Balance.
Yeah. Everything else is fine. As soon as it says initiative, it's like no dice.
nope, sorry.
Wait, we're meant to be doing something now?
Okay. So yeah, that does that guiding bolt does go wide. It's arcs off. That brings us to Morticia. How are you feeling, Morticia?
I'm not good.
No.
No.
Your hand, where you cut yourself in your dream, starts to pulse,
Yep.
and it starts to burn.
And I will use that.
Yep.
And actually cast Delirium Orb
Okay.
with it. So I need a save.
Yep.
Let's make it an intelligence save.
Okay. And are you using your mark to help cast this?
Yes.
Okay. So what will happen is you notice your mark on your hand starts to grow and starts to cover, and you can feel it start to go up your arm. But if you so wish to, you can force a disadvantage on this save for the target.
I will.
And what save was that you wanted?
Intelligence.
Intelligence. That is a 3.
Nice. So I can choose the damage type. I will make it radiant.
Okay.
And it's 66. So that's not amazing. 6, 12 plus 3, 15, 17, 18 radiant.
18 radiant.
Yes.
As this, you stretch out with your hand with the mark on it, and you send this attack out. As this radiant damage hits him, the rest of you notice this doesn't look like the normal radiant energy that comes from Morticia. This has deep black flames attached to it that start to burn at the creature. He now is bloodied. Anything else for you, Morticia?
The second part of my feat, it says that whenever I roll my spell, if I roll an even number, I gain temporary HP equal to that.
Yep.
If I roll an odd, then someone gets hurt.
Yeah.
So do I just roll an
Yeah,
random
just
die?
roll me a random dice. Yeah, and tell me even.
That's
or
a 15. That's odd.
Okay, good to know.
So yeah.
Can you roll me a D4?
That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Please don't be William.
I mean, he's already.
I mean, I guess so.
It's okay.
I mean, technically, because I got you guys to assign yourself numbers at the beginning before we started playing this campaign. So, William, as you see this black radiant flame start to consume this thing, you start to feel your arm ablaze as this black radiant flame starts to crawl up your arm.
Just ignoring it as much as I can.
Everyone else starts to smell bacon.
Well, I didn't have breakfast yet.
Yeah, true. That brings us to William.
Even with that going on, I already rolled as well because I was set that I was going to do this.
Yep.
Because in William's mind. So the shield's just going to start bleeding as it drops on the ground, and then the blood's going to move and kind of form a wall in front of Morticia, and
Okay.
you got +9 to your AC until the start of my next turn.
Nice.
And then fucking burning arm. Gonna walk up to him and just stab him in the back.
Okay, yeah.
Flanking because Morticia's in front of him.
I'll allow it.
That's a 15 or a 14.
I mean, both will hit. 15 is its armor class at the moment because where you took away chunks of its armor, and now like the flesh that is exposed is being like consumed by this black radiant flame.
And then that is fucking 7 slashing and 3 fire.
Nice. Yeah, you slap, and he's just starts to growl. That brings us to Nautus's turn. He points his sword up to the sky, and he is going to attempt to get away with the Siberic Call. You do, however, because it's a teleport, but it counts as moving away, so you do get an attack of opportunity, any of those nearby.
Definitely.
24.
Hits.
13.
Misses, unfortunately.
17.
Hits.
9 damage. Slashing.
9. Perfect.
5 damage from my spiritual weapon. Do I also get? Or is my spiritual weapon attack?
Oh,
Mine.
so you would get you would have to do the attack, not your spiritual weapon, because spiritual weapon's not sentient.
Correct. Yes. Sweet. So, that's a 7
Okay,
damage. Yep.
perfect. Actually, because you're Mark, you need to add a d6 to that. 2. So
9.
yeah, as you just like scream and like tear at him, you slash at him, and he's just the call starts to happen. There's like this beam of light that starts to come down, but you just manage to cut just right, Xanthi, and cut like just below his elbow, which makes him drop his sword, and the light just misses where it's supposed to come, so he's stuck there. That brings us to Gladys. Gladys is going to be like, we need some healing up in here, and she is just going to disperse her Iron Defender, which then gives you 10 healing instead of the 10 temporary hit points.
That's amazing.
And yeah, that will be her turn, bringing it on to Xanthi.
So is that getting rid of the temp HP?
Yeah, so basically the temp
Okay,
HP now
cool.
just becomes healing.
Sweet. That's a nat 20
Okay.
on her
Mhm,
swing.
mhm.
So, wrong dice. So for 16 slashing damage. And then she's going to action surge.
Yeah,
and take
okay.
another swing
Okay.
for 21.
21 does hit, yep.
Or another 10 damage.
Yeah, so
Swinging down and down again.
as you swing with your action surge, how do you kill this thing?
Fine.
I didn't
Don't worry.
specify non-lethally.
You're fine, don't worry.
I didn't realize you was carrying over the non-lethal.
No, I should have said. I
That's
should have.
okay. No, it's no problem.
So I guess she takes one swing down and kind of cuts him across the torso,
Yeah.
and then is immediately going to do the same in the opposite direction.
Oh,
Kind of
nice.
hesitating, but
Cool.
not in time. The
Yeah.
swing's already in action.
Perfect.
Uh,
So yeah, you perfectly do this X, like slicing him in chunks. And what you do notice as like these chunks hit the ground, they start to be continuously burnt away by this black radiant flame, turning it to dust. But what is left is this glowing black sword with green energy. that like clatters to the floor. That was like embedded with inside of him as like you slashed. That was what appeared. As the chunks just disappear, and William, the blood had stopped pouring. Just
I'm fine. Yeah. Just a pool around me,
yeah,
and he's just fall to his knees.
He just collapses to the ground. But yeah, the Captain Nautus is gone. Ash. All that's left is this pitch black sword with green energy.
Xanthi immediately turns to William. Sorry, I forgot. Are
Yeah,
you
no,
okay?
that's fine. Just now I'm feeling all the pain that it blocked out. Fuck.
Do you want a mint?
Yeah, Mint?
Can I cast immediately healing word on him?
Okay.
Just gonna look at the crispy armor like, fuck. Just give me a second. Let me get my bearings.
10 HP.
That's literally doubled my health at the moment.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Gladys, I would have died.
With these scraps of armor that came off of Nautus,
Yeah.
do they look like they're usable still? Salvageable?
I think you probably could salvage them. Like right now they wouldn't probably, if you was to like work on them and mend. Yeah, you could definitely
Cool.
grab them. Yeah, definitely.
Collecting them up.
Can I do a medicine check on him?
On whom?
On the captain.
Captain's gone.
Anything left?
The only thing that's left is like the few scraps of armor that fell off of him, and this now pitch black sword radiating green energy.
Can I check out the sword?
Yeah, as you look at it, do you pick it up?
I ain't touching shit.
Okay. I'm just asking a question. Don't
This
shoot
is
the DM.
This ain't my first rodeo with you. I ain't touching shit. Last time I touched a rose and I started a campaign cursed.
Okay. Yeah, you look at this sword and like you can see like this green energy like flowing off. The sword's kind of like a bit broken. Like it looks like it should be a long sword, but it's kind of like split at some point.
Anything I could do to check what the fuck the aura is coming off the sword is?
You can do an Arcana check.
I'm not against it. Is this anything to do with Fiend, Fey, or Undead?
It is.
Oh, perfect. Well, that's only a 12.
12. What you find out with that 12 is this sword has some sort of curse or effect, like an enchantment kind of on it. And you kind of work out that was doing something to Captain Nautus. That's what you work out from the 12.
Thilthane, don't touch the weapon.
I won't. But I have
None of
detect
you.
magic. Can I try and identify
Yeah,
sort
of course
like
you can. I will allow it. I say if you use your detect magic, I will say in this circumstance, given your situation, you would I would allow it, yeah. So you burn a detect magic, you look over the sword, and this is called a soul chain. They come in different shapes, sizes, and can be various things. But essentially what it does, demons use them to control their armies, to give them to people to share their power with. Essentially, it's kind of like a antenna to channel their power. Best way to describe it. But it's like you've never heard of this before, Morticia, but as soon as you look at it and like spend your magic and like your magic starts to flow into it, it just hits you and you just know exactly what it is.
This needs to be destroyed. It's not good. It's cursed.
Oh yeah, no, it's cursed as all hell.
It does look it. Any suggestions as how we can destroy it?
Gladys, I
Just gonna
assume
leave.
you have a little
Just
bit
look
of
at-
experience in this.
Oh,
Can you destroy Demon Sword? I need to retract that because I wouldn't know it's a Demon Sword anyway.
I would. There might be something I can do to try it. And she like waddles, like even in this suit, like she walks normally, but like she still has like that certain walk she has. And she
The
then
old
says,
person model.
yeah. She then says, "I am Witch again," which releases the armor, opening this spotlight of energy, and it cracks down, hitting both her and the sword, but nothing. The sword still stays there. Well, I've not really encountered something like this before.
Well,
Anyone
it's
for tea?
You know what? Yes. Did
She
you get
has
the
to be
parcel I
lovely.
left?
Do I have what?
Did you get the parcel I left?
Oh, was that for me?
Yes, it was your tea that you wanted.
Oh, that's very nice of you, Chris.
You know what? I'll take it.
Yes, nice bit of tea. I think we'll go down a treat. Is everyone else okay? That was quite strange, wasn't it? Where did that armor come from? What happened?
Yes, we definitely don't know.
Oh, if I was you, I'd think you should find out. You're awfully quiet, dear. Are you okay?
I will be.
What now? We can't leave the sword here in case someone else picks it up.
I also think we should perhaps think about leaving right now. Having killed the captain of one of these Siberic organizations.
Weird question. Does anyone know if the curse can transfer through cloth? Because maybe we can wrap the sword up and pick it up that way.
Do I know if that would work?
That you wouldn't know. Like, from what you know, you just know that it's a soul chain is an item that is given or placed inside of a demon's follower to transmit their powers. Whether it's can transfer if you pick it up or anything like that, you're not 100% sure of.
I wouldn't trust it. I don't know, but it's a very powerful thing, and I'm not willing to risk it.
Yeah, no, fair. I guess we're leaving it there.
Maybe we could leave like a message, like "Don't touch" or "Touch at your own risk." I don't know.
What, super
Demon
curse sword, please
sword.
don't touch. I think a lot of people are going to see super curse swords don't touch and immediately touch it.
Well, they're gonna touch it either way. We might as well warn them, and that's their own fault.
We're the bad guys.
Can anyone mold the terrain around it so it's hidden inside of, like, I don't know. Maybe we can cover it up with art.
No, I mean, unless I lose control and then it heats up, then maybe. But let's not do that.
I have one idea, but I don't know if it's going to work. Kind of like crawl over on my knees, like staying on my knees, and just with the arm that has the shield, kind of place it above the sword and just smash the shield down and try and snap the sword. Like the blade away from the hilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20 and add your strength modifier.
12.
12. As you come down and like smash into it, you just see the sword just disperse.
I guess that works.
Well, that worked. Yeah.
Good job.
At least now we know we should do that again if we come across a similar weapon.
Yeah, I didn't want to try it with my actual sword because I'm pretty sure this is a lot more flimsy than my shield.
Makes sense. 1 second. Is it possible for me to slightly open the door to see into the where the guy
Like the
is?
stable, yeah.
Yeah, the stable, and see what's his situation.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Goes
You
back
want to
to
like
sleep.
slightly open the door.
Yeah, just trying to peer through
Okay.
to see if I can see him without him noticing.
I'm
But
gonna say
yeah,
give me a sleight of hand check for this one.
okay.
Just for the slight.
Dice do I use? Which one will you use? Oh no, not too bad. 13.
13. So you see this figure hunched over again on the desk, and you see one of them black blades embedded into his back, and green energy start to travel down it.
Slowly close the. Slight issue. Friend in there, I think, is going to be possessed, similar to the commander here. There's a sword sticking in his back. A shattered one. Green energy. It's a whole mess in there.
I guess we're walking then. Gladys, do you want to walk with us, possibly for a little bit before?
Where are we going?
Town name, names. I'm not great with. Safi,
To Skargrim.
that
You
place.
would be welcome to
Yeah.
ride along with me for a distance.
Oh, that would be nice. I haven't been out of here in ages, but I do think I should stay here.
You know, the town does look like it needs some actual competent protectors.
And when I see some, I shall let them know.
I think they already know, don't they?
Well, I mean, potentially.
Gladys.
We shouldn't pretend you didn't do what you just did. Let's just be honest here. Let's just get out of the water because I'm more than happy to play dumb. But I just want to make sure that I'm playing dumb.
Chris, I think you hit your head. Calm down.
I hit my head multiple times there, but anyway.
Yes, my dear.
Do you know anything about demons?
I know a fair bit about a few things. I mean, mainly, I know more about the brink, if I'm honest, but I know a bit about demons. And she's just going to like waddle over to you, remembering she's got a cane now, and start using that again. And just come up close to you, and she'd be like, "Is this about your hand?"
Yes. Do you know who it would be associated with?
You know, you've got to look at this in a way that just because things like this happen doesn't set your path in stone.
It's a little hard to think like that when things are happening without your consent.
Yes, it is difficult when the rug is pulled out from beneath you, but remember, there's not always a rug. Sometimes there's just the ground. And when you're at your lowest, the only way you can go is up.
You're right.
And how are you going to do that if you don't hit the ground?
I mean, I got wings. I can move up
Well,
faster.
see?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then she grabs them like, yeah. They're wings, yeah. I wish I had wings. I would do so many things if I had wings.
You got your cane. That's good.
Yes, my cane. She just like taps it on the ground. It does help her now and again.
Thank you, Gladys.
No need to thank me. Just doing my job as an innkeeper. Making sure my guests are okay. I do recommend, though, before you leave town again, or maybe I come outside with you, you have another cup of tea with me, just so I can keep tabs on you.
I did the same thing, but with like their blood.
That's a
A
bit
lot more
extreme.
macabre.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a lot more macabre, yeah.
Just a little, normally, yeah, I just offer people tea and cake, and once I get to spend some time with them, I get to be able to watch over them for the next 24 hours. Yeah, but blood's cool. I think blood's different.
Gladys, would you like me to be able to like make sure you're okay as well? Maybe I can take your blood as well.
I mean, I know that's such a sweet gesture, but believe me, you would know if I'm not okay. I would shout really loudly, be like, "Oh, oh!"
That's all right. No worries.
Is there somewhere on the outskirts of town that we could perhaps stop for a drink?
You know what? She takes like from her like little cardigan pocket. She takes out a little bit of paper, and she scribbles some instructions on there, and like hands them over to you. And she'd be like, "Just because cities have ears, go there, and I'll meet you there in a day."
Gives her a nod. I think we should be out of here. Don't want to be seen around this.
On the upside, there's no body to really tell who this was, so there's nothing really. Is there anything actually left on the ground besides? Because obviously the sword dissipated, the body burnt up.
Yeah, there was
The armor pieces were already collected.
The bits of armor were already collected. What you would notice now, the sword's vanished. You do see like the charred outline of him.
Still very inconspicuous, like, but you can't tell who that is.
No, but judging by the Assembly's powers, I feel like they'll find a way.
I think it's very easy to tell when your commander is missing and there's a burnt shape and the rough outline of him. I think they'll put two and two together. A lot of them are smarter than him.
100%, but I meant, I feel like they still might be able to know it's us that did it.
But by proxy, they would also know that he conspired with someone to rob the town as well, because he admitted to that for that slight bit of time he was him.
In theory, but they might play ignorance and not care about that bit.
They're great at playing ignorant. He's gonna finally get up off his fucking feet. Like,
Are you sure you don't want...
I'll eat it on the way. Just right now.
Okay.
If I have that, it'll probably knock me on my ass.
Would you like to ride with me? You're not so steady.
You know what? Sure.
Reaches down with an arm.
Okay.
Put the sword away, shield on back, and just. Arm's really burned, so I apologize if it feels weird. It'll take a while to get back to normal. And yeah, I'll...
behind her. Starts on our way, I suppose.
Yep.
Perfect.
Kind of following this map that Gladys has given us.
Before I go, I'll just say, like, thank you, Gladys, for everything.
Really
Guess we're
saving a lot
not.
of our asses.
Oh, it's what old people do. You know, people that are here before you have to pave the way and make sure you youngsters are able to continue. You know, because one day you'll get to my age, maybe, if you're lucky. If you don't keep running into things like that.
Actually, that's a good question. Do I remember how old I am?
You don't know.
Fuck. I just know for the past, 20-ish years that I haven't changed how I look.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Matisha. Weird thing. You know that whole firearm and burning person alive thing? Kind of cool. Just, if I'm not losing control and focusing on someone, that might be a bad thing.
I'm sorry. I
Oh no,
can't
you're fine.
really
Still a lot more
control it.
cool. I'm not mad at you. It's still really fucking cool. Just more concerned.
I will try and make sure it's not as dangerous. I don't really know I can do it, but yeah.
Make sure you're alright?
I was going to say, I thought burning people was my thing.
Honestly, I'm trying hard to keep a straight face, but that's a great joke. God fucking damn it.
Oh,
It's like a barbecue.
Technically, it was radiant.
that's fair.
Radiant still burns if it's hot enough.
But yeah, as you all gather your composure and start to make your way out the main gate, that man that was in the stable jumps out the door and starts to pursue you, and you just see Gladys just tap her cane, and these radiant spikes just pin him to the ground so that you can make your way out of the main gate. And she just hears, "It won't last forever!"
Thank you, Gladys.
Again, like you.
And Xanthi, if you had time to read the note on, it does say to meet at the inn that's just like not too far from town, known as the Mascot Brew.
Kind of waiting till we've left the town a
Yep.
bit to let everyone know that in case anyone's listening in.
Yep, of course.
I will bring out my stinky boy, and I will just cuddle him a little.
Yeah, he's just like when he comes out, he's just like, but then sees you're not quite yourself, and to you it's a smile. To everyone else, it's just a. Yeah, and as you continue out of city, into the great outdoors, that's a great place to end today's session.